get into the conversation. Get out of here, yo. This thing annoys the heck out of me sometimes, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Truth and Absolute channel. Let's talk about it, man. Cinco de Mayo card is warming up. It is getting hot, and I got a good feeling about it, man. I think it's going to be nothing but action. Nothing but action. Wait till a few people get in here, then we're going to get into this one, y'all. I got a topic at hand, but we go all over the place with it. Already got a like. Who is it, man? Who stopped through the live already? Dun, dun, boom, 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 dun, boom, boom, boom. Oh, shoot. You know what? My dude, Body Bags. What's good, brother? How you doing? Aztec, what up, dog? What up, y'all? Welcome to the live. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Truth and Absolute channel live. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Eddie since 83. What's going on with you, brother? I don't know what happened the other night, guys, when we went live. I just kept looking at the comments. Antonio, what's going on? I just kept looking at the comments. Everyone was saying that it was gone. I was still talking. I could see myself, but you guys couldn't see me no longer. So I ended up ending it right there, man. You know, hey, Body Bags, I'm not gonna front. The headline for this live was gonna be about that Keyshawn stuff. Okay, it was gonna be about that Keyshawn stuff, but I didn't look into it enough to actually see what happened. From what I read, it was crazy, but I didn't know too much about it to make a whole live about it. But hell, we could speak about it, man. Maybe y'all could let me in on what happened and what was going on, man. All I know is that the dude he's fighting supposedly left the box in his dressing room or whatever with, if I'm not mistaken, it was watermelon and a banana. If I'm not mistaken, right? That's what it was. Damn it, I should have looked into it a little bit more, fellas. I'm sorry, man. We can still talk about it, man. So, Body Bags, what's the story behind it? What is he saying, man? I don't know, man. In this day and age, I mean, Armin, what's going on? To be honest with you, man, at this day and age, for somebody to go that far and do the whole banana and watermelon thing, I don't know. I mean, you're either really, I don't know, even to say you got balls, it does not make sense, right? Even to say that, it's not about having balls to do something like that. I can't even describe what it would take in the current day. Like, you can mess around and get canceled doing some stuff like that if it is the other dude that left that package in Keyshawn Davis' locker room or wherever he landed. Let me see. Body Bag said a lady from the front desk brought him the box and Keyshawn just automatically blamed his opponent. No evidence or anything. Oh, that's what it was. See, what I was thinking is that the package was literally from the opponent. I'm talking about Jesus and God. What's going on? What's going on? God bless. So I thought that the opponent wrote here, dear Keyshawn Davis, here's a gift from team whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. So I thought that they knew that the dude did it, man. After I get off the live tonight, man, I'm going to look into it and I'll put a video out on it tomorrow. It was anonymous. Okay, so that changes everything. I thought it like the dude put it directly. The only thing I saw was Keyshawn Davis approaching the dude, like getting in his face or something like that. Wednesdays are busy as hell for me, y'all, between my kiddos and going to church and doing all that. Oh, my brother, what's going on, sir? Between doing all that, it's hectic, man. So sometimes I can't get into reading the stuff or looking up stuff the way that I normally would like to. But you guys are filling me in and I'll continue to look at it afterwards, man. That is wild, though. Again, in the current day, though, that's just, how can I describe it, bro? It's just, to me, I don't know, man. I can't even give an example. Like, for it to have been that other dude that Keyshawn is fighting. I don't know. It's way too crazy if you ask me. Let's think about it like this, man. Teofimo Lopez talked about giving the monkeys bananas or whatever the comment he said. I don't know exactly what he said. That's another one. I didn't look that much into it. Even that was pushing it. Even that was like, yo, Teofimo, bro, like you walking on I've seen people get canceled for less. So to somebody to go throw that watermelon banana there and being the opponent and actually be him is wild. Shot the watermelon, the banana. This way, groceries are too expensive. Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. Watermelons are not even in season, bro. I seen them for $9, bro. $9, bro. Daydream Productions, what's going on? He said oh my gosh. Yeah, see, like even that right there, bro, is enough to get you in trouble. So for someone to like, here you go, here's a gift for me and the team, enjoy. That's just way too careless. And the dude's not even an American dude, right? Like it's not in his culture to joke like that. Like here in the States, listen, y'all, I grew up, at a young age. I was working with like old school cats, okay, of all different ethnic backgrounds, right? They joked with each other in a manner that if it was the current day, I'm talking about early 2000s. If it was the current day, there's no way they would have held a job, bro. There's no way. No, body bags. I did not see that, yo. Damn. Yeah, I agree, Aztec. You got to have a sense of humor. Armin, I would assume that they're trying to play mind games too, bro. But that's a little bit further than mind games, bro. If you ask me. I mean, I don't know how they play in other countries, man. In the States, we could joke around with each other like that. That's wild, bro. I agree, man. Today, people like Kobe Bryant said it, like soft, like charming, bro. Like, take a joke. Take a joke. I mean, even at work right now, man, I work with a group of dudes, man, and sometimes we just, it's not in darkness. It's not to make anybody feel bad. We just joke, man. Ismael, what's going on, brother? All right, man, so let's get into the topic at hand, bro. Let's get into the topic at hand. So you guys already saw the video earlier, and I didn't even have to tell you guys. Jaime Munguia is getting his rematch against Bruno Saracen on the... I know it's not Cinco de Mayo, fellas, but it's Cinco de Mayo weekend. It's Canelo's weekend for boxing. I know it's not on the 5th, though. And it is heating up already, man. Just those two fights alone, bro. You better believe it. You better believe that Jaime Munguia got a chip on his shoulder in this one. You better believe that Jaime Munguia has something to prove. And guess what? Damn it, he does. He has to prove to the whole boxing world that knockout to Bruno Saracen was nothing more than a fluke. Nothing more than the every now and then puncher's chance turning it into action. Because it was damn sure the upset of the year. I think, was it this year? Whenever it happened, it's the upset up until this point for sure. Antonio is asking, does Canelo plan on passing the torch to Munguia instead of Benavidez? You know what, man? I'll be honest with you. Jesus, what's going on, sir? I'll be honest with you, man. I know we talk about passing torches, man, but it doesn't quite work like that in boxing. Like some people would say that De La Hoya passed the torch to Floyd Mayweather. And again, I was thinking about this topic earlier because, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao kind of played the good guy, bad guy role as far as in the sport, and it carried the sport for a long time. But if you truly think about it, man, Oscar De La Hoya, when he was fighting, was the face of the sport. Oscar De La Hoya, it didn't matter who he fought, he was going to bring the people in. Floyd Mayweather didn't even really have that effect after he fought Oscar De La Hoya. He had that effect on people when he made trolling a thing. When people were paying to see Floyd Mayweather lose, okay? They weren't paying to see Floyd Mayweather win. A lot of people didn't appreciate Floyd, right? I'll be honest with it. I love Floyd. Excuse me, y'all. I'm drinking this tea and for whatever reason. But Floyd did not necessarily take over as the man that everybody wanted to see him be successful in the ring. They wanted him to lose. When Canelo Alvarez came around, once again, somehow he picked up the torch and he went with it. You know what I'm saying? And remember, Oscar De La Hoya is an American. Canelo Alvarez is from Mexico. He's Mexican, right? So when he got the torch and ran with it, I haven't quite figured out what makes you the face of boxing. What gives you that kind of superstar persona? Mike Tyson had it. Mike Tyson was another one that definitely had it. To be honest with y'all, Chavez is a legend, but I'm not quite sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember we had Chavez fights, we had Hector Macho Camacho fights, but I don't quite remember if Chavez was the level of Canelo and De La Hoya as far as pay-per-views go? I'm going to assume so, but I was a little bit too young to remember that, bro. Ryan Garcia, yeah, like we talked about, man. Like I'm talking about, Ryan Garcia, in my opinion, has that. Yeah, Chavez did fill up arenas, man. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just too young to remember, like when they would talk about pay-per-views and stuff like that, man. You know, I mean, this was what 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, give or take. But yeah, I say that Ryan Garcia has the potential to do the same thing. That's who I see, man. Obviously, not the best fighter, but I think that he could do it. But what was I talking about before, man? So this card, man, and I'm thinking of a couple other names that's a possibility that could be thrown on this card. I'm thinking that Caleb Plant is another possibility that could be on this card. Now, why do I think that? Because he already fought on the undercard of Canelo Berlanga. You know what I'm saying? And him and Canelo are somewhat friends from what I see. And you put Plant on there and it makes the card even better. I'm curious as to see what this card is going to cost to us, the American public. Bam is very nice too, man. Yeah. Bam is very, very nice too, man. But put Bam Bam on the card. That's a possibility, man. That's another possibility. Caleb Plant. I was even thinking a rematch between Plant and McCumbee. I don't know if it's worth a rematch necessarily because Plant ended up stopping McCumbee, but the fight was entertaining as hell while it lasted, yo. It was super entertaining, man. But I mean, who else? I mean, do y'all think it's too early to put Pitbull on that card since he just got into that slugfest with Fierro on the David Benavidez card? Jamal versus Plant. Yeah, but I don't know where Jamal is mentally right now, bro. I don't see where he's at right now mentally, man. Yeah, Cervicero, the thing with Ryan, man, is just that he got too much money too quick, bro. Way too much money too quick, man. It's a different world, man. It's the social media world now. Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to deal with that. How many rounds do I think Crawford will last with Canelo before he gets KO'd? I called it late stoppage. Not a knockout. I called it a late stoppage, my man. I think in 10, 11. That's just my take. Pitbull is gathering his fan base. Pitbull has a solid fan base. He has a super solid fan base, but I don't ever see Pitbull headlining a pay-per-view, like being the A side. Now, you can make a pay-per-view with Gervonta Davis and Pitbull for sure. That would gain traction. That would be something you could sell to the people. But I don't see Pitbull strong enough to carry his own pay-per-view. Yeah, Jamal, that's true, man. That's true. Jamal definitely schooled Jose Benavidez Jr. He schooled him, and yeah, he didn't even look like himself that night. Rayo is in a yeah, Rayo, you could put no, but you know what? If I'm not mistaken, Rayo is going to be on that card, on that Tank Davis card coming up here in a couple of weeks. If I'm not mistaken, he's on that card. Jesus, what is my prediction on Canelo Crawford? So, Jesus, if you go to my channel a few weeks ago, I made a video on and I broke down how the fight would go down, kind of round by round. But nonetheless, man, I think that Canelo stops Crawford late in the fight. I think he stops him late in the fight. That's my take on it, man. Putting on all that extra weight, dealing with the body shots, with the arm shots and everything of Canelo. If he stops him, it's going to be late, in my opinion. Ismael, you think it goes 12? It's not a bad prediction, man. It's not a bad prediction. Antonio, thank you for stopping by, my brother. God bless you, man. Thanks for stopping through. I know I was a little late tonight, fellas. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, though, man. What we're going to get, the fight, the co-main, and normally we get 2 fights under it. I'm just thinking, are we going to pay $24.99 for that fight? Like it's going to cost us. I think it's going to be $29.99 or $24.99 for that Bivol Better BF card, which is just outrageous, man. What a treat, y'all. What a treat. Like in this economy, man, you pay $25, you could afford to get your cheeseburger to watch the fight with, you know? Plant said Canelo hits harder than Benavidez. Well, you got to remember, man, even Bivol said that Canelo hits harder than Beterbiev. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell yeah, I'm buying it too, body bags. Heck yeah, of course. I mean, I'd buy it anyways. I wouldn't be happy paying the $80 or whatever for it. But I mean, you guys know how fight nights are, man. You know what I'm saying? Palms get sweaty, man. You just kind of tuned in. You make sure that everyone around you is either watching the damn fight or they're not there at all, man. That's how I am anyway, bro. Horrible, horrible host, man. If I ever invite people to watch the fight, I'm a horrible host, man. You got access to the snacks, whatever you want, but during the fight, you better be watching the fight. Aztec said, people forget Canelo is a fast fighter. He has quick hands, quick reflex, and on top of that, he's an explosive counter puncher. Yeah, that's very true, man. They see Canelo doesn't got the greatest of footwork, but they don't realize, you know, how he's able to move up. You know what I'm saying? How he's able to slip shots, how he has that waist movement. They don't see that. Ismail said, we cook it up fight nights and make a whole day out of it. Oh, man, good times, bro. Good times. Super good times, man. Oh, that's how it was as a kid, man. That's how it was as a kid. It was a whole event. You would think it was a holiday, man. So it makes it memorable, man. That's what makes it memorable, dude. Y'all remember back in the day, man, like, you either had to pay for the fight. I forget how it was. The last fight, I think I told you guys. I remember going with my cousin to pay for was 2000. We went to I forget the cable provider, but we went and paid, and I'll never forget my cousin paying $50 for the Trinidad versus De La Hoya. I remember that, and then I remember I had an uncle who had, y'all remember those black boxes back in the day, right? Like I was a wrestling fan as a kid, and I remember going with my uncle like to his house, and he would have the little, it almost looked like an old time clock, and that's how you'd be seeing the fights and the pay-per-views. Dill, what's good, brother? Welcome. Ismail, yeah, man, Virgil's fighting in 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. He's on that Bivol Beterbiev rematch card, bro. Yeah, he's fighting Israel Madrimov, which should be a damn good fight. Damn good fight, man. How do y'all see that one playing out, man? Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. Madrimov is a tricky dude, man. He sure is tricky, bro. This is kind of off topic, man. On the fight between Terrence Bud Crawford and Madrimov, do you think it was Madrimov awkwardness causing Terrence Crawford trouble, or do you think it was the fact that Crawford was fighting at 154, a weight that he's not used to fighting at? Lionel, what's going on, my brother? Welcome, welcome. Dill, what's the last Mike Tyson fight you watched before he retired? Sad to say, bro, the Lennox Lewis one. The Lennox Lewis one, bro. But I'll never forget as a kid, bro, the one and only time I've ever been to Las Vegas, and you guys may be surprised at this one, bro. The last time I went, it was, I remember the billboards in Las Vegas. It was announcing the comeback fight, Mike Tyson, his comeback from jail fight when he was fighting Peter McNeely. Yeah, he was fighting Peter McNeely, and I remember my pops ordered that fight. And this time, it wasn't even an event in my crib. My dad just happened to order it because I wanted to watch it, and he wanted to watch it. I remember the second round, it was a wrap. Dill, I don't think I watched that one, Kevin McBride, bro. Yo, Dill, how you see Canelo Crawford playing now, bro? We were just talking about that one right now. Someone brought it up, man. Y'all, welcome to the live. Don't be shy. Make sure you engage in here. We like talking boxing. We keep it 100. Make sure to say what's up. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button for me, man. Support the channel, man. Support the channel. Like, share, all that good stuff, yo. Mike Tyson, Peter McNeely, man. Eddie says it goes the distance. I think Canelo stops Crawford as well. All right, all right. Y'all seen that video that's out? It's resurfacing. It was out in the past. Ismael, I have not actually, man. One of my dudes, he's actually he subscribes in here as well. He's talking about going to the fight in September, man. But bro, come September time, man, I got 4 kids, bro. I'm a single pops, 4 kids, man. I'm gonna try to do it. I know September is long away, man, but my kids eat a lot of eggs. You know what I'm saying? Deal. I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford as well, my man. I'm a fan of his as well, for sure, man. But are you taking him against Canelo? Do I think Canelo's IQ is underrated? Yes, absolutely it is. Or we don't talk about it enough. Okay, deal. Abraham, Zurdo Ramirez versus Blue versus Benavidez. Who do I got? Let me tell you something, man. Cervicero, yeah, I think I brought them up on Monday for a little bit before my live got cut off, bro. It had difficulties. But here, let me see. Abraham Vasquez, to answer your question, bro, I don't think it's a smart move for Benavidez to go to 200, 199, whatever it may be, bro. I don't think it's smart, man, because his power did not necessarily carry to 175. You know what I mean? I don't remember even in the fight with Morrell. And let me tell you something, Benavidez landed some flush shots on Morrell. Uppercuts, all of the above. I personally never saw Morrell's legs get buckled. Okay, now that's just me. Okay, maybe maybe I turned around at that moment, but I never saw him hurt Morrell to the point where he was in danger or his legs buckled. And what I'm trying to say is, I don't think Benavidez's power will hold up all the way to a cruiserweight, in my personal opinion. And how he takes shots in those weight class, man. I think Benavidez needs to slow down, bro. I think Benavidez, for the sake of his career, I think that he needs to tone it down in a few things. You know what I'm saying? Forget about Canelo. Like that's not in the near future. Not that we know anyway. There's 4 fights he's doing with Turkey. 2 of those are already filled in. We don't know what's coming. Benavidez, I just feel like he should pump his brakes a little bit, settle into the 175 division. He's still a young dude, man. He's still 27, 28 years old. There's no reason to rush it and go up to 200, because the problem is, if he goes up to 200 pounds, and there's a video on this, if he goes up to 200 pounds and he decides that he does not want to stay at 200 pounds, now he has to come all the way back down to 175, and that is not going to help him at all. Let me see. Servicero says, I am sure that David doesn't fight Beterbiev, Bivol, or Zurdo next. That if he does, I will donate the pay-per-view amount to the fight to your channel, bro. And honestly, Servicero, to be honest with you, bro, brother, I just don't think it's a smart move. I'm not doubting David when it comes to that. I'm just saying, okay, if I'm handling David Benavidez, I want him to get comfortable in that weight class. I want him to get comfortable in there, get used to the weight, get used to the competition, get used to all that. It's a different world than 168, where he spent the majority of his career. I think it would benefit him. I'm not taking a shot at the dude. It's just how I'm seeing it, man. To just keep jumping up in weight, I don't see a reason for it right now, to be honest with you, man. Let me see. Servicero, it does seem that way, bro. Just calling names and names and names and names. I mean, it's worked for him, I guess, right? Why is David talking about this loyal to PBC stuff? He's saying this stuff lately, and I don't like it. Speaking about Benavidez is a sensitive topic, but that's because David, how could I describe this, man? Y'all know the rapper The Game, right? Of course you guys know who The Game is. Now, of course, Game, I think that Game is a really good rapper. I'm a fan of how the guy raps, okay? As far as what he does, his bars, I think The Game is really, I think he's super talented. I like the style in which he raps, right? What The Game does outside of what he does in the tracks, right? For example, the whole Eminem thing, the way that he moves on the outside. Oh, Ismail, appreciate that, man. Thank you for the super chat, my brother, man. God bless you, my brother. Much love, bro. The way that the game, the rapper I'm speaking about, moves outside of the game, it's hard to talk about without somebody thinking you're hating on the guy. And speaking about Benavidez, it's kind of the same thing, okay? Like, speaking about him, you know, I like what he does inside the ring, don't get me wrong. But his name has been tied up to Canelo so much that to even mention them both together, like, it's kind of like Pacquiao Mayweather back in the day. If you say good things about one, you're this. If you criticize either or, you fall into this category, man. And I see it in the comment section, which I'm totally fine with because I have a, you know, I like that. But at some point, David, just like, shut up and dribble. If y'all get what I'm saying, brother, just keep on doing your thing. You got a bright future ahead of you. Just stop with the name calling, the Ramirez, the Canelo, I'll beat Bivol, I'll beat this guy. Just one fight at a time, bro. Yo, yeah, no, Aztec, no, the dude's a real dude. No, I'm not taking away from his street cred or none of that, bro. It's just, you know, like with the diss here, what he's talking about here, pictures that he's posting here, it takes you on a ride. Let's just say that, bro. Let me see. Lionel says, Benavidez too weak for the heavy division. He's losing power. Stay there at this time. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm trying to say for 175, man. Because let me tell you something. When he fought Wozadek or whatever his name is, he was landing flush shots on that dude. It was almost target practice. He was not able to get him out of there. I know his hands were hurting, but he was not able to get him out of there. Against David Morrell, he was landing some bombs on Morrell. Now, either Morrell has a solid granite chin or the power just didn't quite go from 68 to 75, how we all assumed it was. Eddie Sense, yeah, bro. Yeah, and I made a video on that earlier. I'm not sure if you saw it, man, with Tank Davis. Tank is a different case, man. Crazy that they're both with PBC, right? But they almost I'm not going to accuse David of that yet, okay? He's still kind of fresh to the name calling. Tank Davis will call out every fighter in the division, including Alexander Usyk, and then turn around and fight a Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? Tavares Cloud. Dill, I do not, bro. Lionel, that's what we're talking about here, man. The way that Canelo attacks the arms, the way that he attacks all that kind of stuff, man. Bud's never seen nothing like it. Eddie said, you see how big Morrell's head? Yeah, bro. It was kind of crazy. I got a big head too, but Morrell kind of looked like an NBA Jam back in the day when you could type in the big head code. Joza, man, what's good? I got Keyshawn Davis in that one, bro. We were kind of talking about that situation earlier. If his opponent is the one that sent that package to him, or if it was kind of a publicity stunt, man. Servicero, guys, David in his second weight, and it's already obvious he can't KO guys at 175, but they criticize Canelo, who KOs dudes at every weight he's fought. It's just a form of hate, man. It's just a form of hate. Anyways, man, my dude in here, man, Servicero, bro, he sent me some videos yesterday. We kind of talked about it the other day. Shout out to my man right here. Did y'all see those interviews by Juan Manuel Marquez? Did y'all see the one where they asked him what they think about Canelo fighting William Skull? And he was like, you know, William Skull, never heard of him, right? But I think that there was an interview prior to that one in a talk show, I believe it was in Mexico, where he had nothing but good things to say about William Skull. He had nothing, and then he talked to William Skull like via chat or whatever, man. Like on a, what do they call that? FaceTime or whatever it is, on the satellites, all that Starlink stuff, right? Yeah, he interviewed him, and he was, you know, he was all, yo, William Skull, yeah, Cuban boxing, this and that. And then when they asked him about him tied with Canelo here in the States, he's like, who? Do you know who he is? Now, I think I know what Marquez was trying to do, right? I think I know what he was trying to do. He was thinking maybe here in the American public, they quite don't know who he is. Marquez maybe didn't real. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't realize, hey, bro, we could go on YouTube and find this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I wish that people would not talk like that, man, because they lose the credibility, man. Once they sound like haters, man, you just now you start looking back in their career and kind of taking all of the passes that you gave them. Ugh. Yeah, my dude sent them to me right here, man. I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, come on, man. What's crazy, man, is we were talking about this on Monday. I saw an interview with Jim Lampley, and he was saying that I think it was an interview that he was either in or saw with Eric Morales and Marco Antonio Barrera. And Morales said that, Canelo has a case of being the best fighter from Mexico of all time. Myself, I haven't looked too far into the history of all that to make that claim. But when I hear him say it, it's like, yo, okay, all right. Yeah, Ismail, afterwards, he kind of backtracked to say, who's he? Eddie, what do you mean with Margarito? Like Margarito's hating too? Oh, yeah. Now that I'm remembering, yeah, I've kind of seen some of those, man. I kind of seen some of those, bro. It's crazy, man. It is crazy, man. So what up, man? We got more people in here, and I talked about it earlier, man. Who else do y'all think is going to be on that card with the Canelo? Now that we got Munguia and oh shoot, man, Aztec said he does think that Canelo's the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. I mean, it's crazy for a guy with Canelo, as much pull as he has, a star that he is, to take a lot of the fights that he took and stay so consistent doing it. I'm telling you, man, I could only think of two fighters, and I know there's more, but off the top, I think of two fighters that maintain themselves outside of the boxing ring and in. Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, man, they were professional when they had a fight coming up, and they were professional when they did not have a fight coming up. They took their craft serious, and we see it out in the boxing ring, man. Yeah, I agree on that, Sergio Settle. I agree. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, man, but I'm getting excited for that card, man, and it's gonna be here before we know it, man. Leonid, what do I think about Munguia on Canelo's team? I think it's a good thing, bro. I think it's a good thing. I spoke about it on a video earlier, man. There's definitely something that comes, a level of confidence that comes just from being a part of that team, right? That now it's almost like, I got an army behind me, so to speak. I think it gives you an extra boost of confidence. It's kind of like, these fighters when certain people go to their camps and they start helping them out. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if you're a fighter like that's just coming up, you're 15 fights in, all of a sudden you get, Roberto Duran or Roy Jones Jr. that on their own will, they just kind of come and just they're a part of your camp. They're going to watch you every day. They're helping you every day. All that kind of stuff gives you a confidence. Now, for you to be invited to be a part of their camp, or you know what I'm saying? Or maybe not invited, but now you to join and them accept you to join that camp. Bro, Munguia is in the camp right now where there's Teofimo Lopez, Oscar Valdez, Ryan Garcia, Canelo Alvarez. Like, this man jumped into Hollywood, so to speak. I think that the confidence is going to pay off for him, man. Salvador Sanchez. Salvador was a beast, man. I've obviously seen nothing but tape on the guy, but the guy was a beast. Yeah, Carlos, I believe so too, bro. I think that he's gonna redeem himself, to say the least, bro. My boxing brothers, man. I do gotta go. Oh yeah, Frank. Yes. Frank Sanchez. Yes, that's right. So my brothers, man, I do gotta wake up early to go to work, man. So I'm gonna hop up out of here. Forgive me for getting on here late, man, but look out for it tomorrow, man. I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna look into that Keyshawn Davis situation, see what really happened, see what I get from it, and I'll probably put a video out of it tomorrow. But yeah, man, we'll definitely see what's going on, man. Look out for the video, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. Eddie, remember that question for the next live, bro. Remember that one, all right? Don't forget. Come to the next one. That'll be a cool topic to discuss. So y'all have a great night, man. Much love to y'all. God bless you and yours. Thank you for stopping through, man. Your boy's out.